Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're talking about business credit and personal credit, something everybody always wants to discuss. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stop Struggling Now SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Of course, the live stream is open to everyone, but on Wednesday nights, only members with the icons next to their name will be able to chat. So if you have questions, unfortunately, you might have to send me an email, and that would be to Eric at Stop Struggling Now if you're not a member of the channel and can't be in the chat room. Now, or you can join, of course, and then you have the icon next to your name as well. But I want to welcome everybody here on a Wednesday night, and we're going to get into it shortly. But as you know, I have to welcome people that may be here early into the chat, and that would be Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here and on time. Good evening, Eric and SSN Nation. Thank you so much, Diesel Mike. I really appreciate you being in the house tonight. And first off, everybody always wants to talk about credit, and a lot of people in this day and age, you might have bad credit. Why? It could be due to a lot of things. It could be due to a lost job. It could be due to your business went out of business. It could be a bunch of things. And then how do you recover? Well, it's not over, ladies and gentlemen, because there's ways that you can go around, through, over, under, and still get to the destination that you want to get to. Because remember, credit is an asset. So first up, all I want to say is you guys can start with down below the video in the description. You will find business credit building links. You will find personal credit building links. We're going to go over it tonight. All right. And since it's hot in this room in the ATL, once again, you guys can see this. F average, be legendary. Hats, t-shirts, you know where to go. StopStrugglingNow.com. All right. So I want to also welcome Tanisha Lyles in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here, present. And hey, family, that's right. We're going to get into a bunch of things, anything you guys want to talk about. But first, we're going to talk about a little business and personal credit building. First of all, if you have bad credit, personally, I'm talking about, then how do you go around it? Is you start a business. So you get a business EIN from the IRS.gov. An EIN is free. You don't have to pay anybody for this. That means you also had to go get your business under an LLC or a corporation, however you want to do it. You have an EIN number. So that's your first step that you want to do, because a business is separate than personal. Now, because of the economic environment, credit bureaus or anybody extending credit for businesses now want to look at your personal credit score. Now, that's not across the board 100%, but it's like 99%. We have ways around, but you're going to have to build your credit, whether it's personal or business. So let's start with the basics. Let's say I get an EIN number. I have a LLC. What am I going to do? Am I going to run my LLC out of my house? Or am I going to act like a business and have a business address? If you want to act like a business, have a business address, because you're going to file for funding or some sort of credit down the road, then you might want to opt in for like a virtual office. I do have the link down below for Opus Virtual Office. Down below in the links, because it costs $99 per month, but I have a business address, I have a business phone number, I have a business fax number. I actually have a live person answering the phone under your business name. and then they just transfer it to whichever phone number you want. So it looks a lot more professional all the way around. So you can start with that, and the $99 is a tax write-off. So that's the first things that you would want to start with. That is if you have revenues coming in. All right? Because down the road, you're going to want to get into some sort of funding more than likely. Most businesses want to do that. I implore you, try not to actually borrow money, because that just means any revenues or profits you have coming in, you can't reinvest in the company. You have to give off to the loan or a portion thereof. All right? So that's the first things that we have to talk about. Jewel 20 lady with the icon next to her name. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hi, Eric and everybody. Thank you so much. Yes. So this is how you want to start off with your business. Now, you can always go with the net 30s. Everybody knows about the net 30s. You also want to go to Dun & Bradstreet, D&B, D as in David, N as in Nancy, B as in boy.com. You sign up for free. And when you get some calls from somebody from Dun & Bradstreet talking about give us $1,200 or $1,500, ignore them. You don't need that. But all you need is just get the D&B number. That's all you care about, because anytime you use your business credit, you're going to want to give them your Dun & Bradstreet number. Whether they use it or not, it's just good to have because it's free. All right? They still check Equifax business, Experian business, but you want to get all these things in place just in case they do report it, because some places look all in a couple of spots to check and make sure everything's consistent. You also want to have a website. Business credit we're talking about. You want to have a website for your business. You want to have that LLC articles of incorporation. And in the articles of incorporation, you want to write in that you are an authorized person for the company to sign for the company. So all this has to be in place. Then you can start out with what they call this tier 1. You can start out with something with net 30s. I have the links down below. For instance, I have Summa office supplies. I might even have Crown office supplies, Shirtsy. I might have a few others down below, but here's one of the ones that you have to consider. To monitor your personal credit and your business credit, but it's more monitoring for business credit, you use NAV. Okay, nav.com. The link is down below and it's free. So you put in your EIN number, you put in your business address and all that, and then they monitor, just like Credit Karma, they monitor your business account. So when there's potential funding, you'll get notifications saying potential funding. All right, how simple is this? It's not really that hard. Now, if you have nav.com, again, the link is down below in the description, and you decide that you want a Tradeline posting to your business credit, then you pay $39.99 a month, and they post a Tradeline to your business credit. No credit check, no nothing. They will post to your business file. So this is how you can start your business file and have a tax write-off at the same time. I like tax write-offs. So the Opus Virtual Office, I'll pay $99 per month. That's a tax write-off. NAV, $39.99 a month. That's a tax write-off. And again, you start building with net 30s, and I have the net 30s down below. There's others. If you already have business running through places like PayPal, places like Chime, places like Square, you then know or may not know that you can actually get business loans that way because it's based on revenue. All right. Let's see who else is in the house. Charlie's in the house tonight on the Wednesday night live stream with members only chat. Everybody else can watch. Hi, fam, and happiest hump day to you all. Thank you so much, Charlie, for being here in the house. I appreciate that on the Wednesday night live. All right. So let's continue with this business credit, because even if you have bad credit, none of this is going to matter. You guys can do all of this that I'm talking about right now to set up your other credit file, which is on the business side. Okay. Start slow, take 6, 7, 8 months, but there are things that you can get right now. Once you establish yourself, you can start with the net 30s that I mentioned down below. You can also start with the NAV. You can get everything up and operational immediately and have 4 or 5 accounts reporting. to your business credit file. Now, a lot of you may be interested into the personal side. Well, again, this is all about 2020. I'm not telling anybody to go out here and try to actually get credit that you're going to use on the business, on the personal side, because you don't want to put yourself in debt. So what you want to do is you want to do soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. That's the only credit you want to get in 2021. So down below, as you guys know, I have the credit strongs, the self-lenders. I have other things down below in the description for your personal credit, because that asset is going to be needed probably in about, let's call it 7 to 12 months. Then you might want to extract some credit, but in the meantime, you could be building it up so then you can get into the 700s, because if home prices fall, if anything else falls, like cars, homes, these big ticket items start falling because people can't afford to buy them, you will be able to get in cheap. So that's where you want to be. All right. And in the meantime, as you know, this is Stop Circling Now, so we always have to be making money. So if you guys want to talk about any assets, any stocks, any crypto and all that, it's been a disaster in the stock market this week. But that still has nothing to do with building credit. So what you want to do is get your credit built, because we have options down the road that you're going to love in about a year or two, or less, actually. So if you do have bad credit, this is how we rebuild. Because if you have no hard inquiry, no credit check, even with bad credit, you can now get new items added to your credit file. And some of you may not be aware, because a lot of people are still trying to buy homes. You can get an FHA loan, 640 credit score. All right, that's it. That's pretty low. So almost anybody can apply. But what's going to happen is they're going to look at your credit and make sure your debt to income ratio is below 40%. That includes your mortgage payment. All right. So I'll try to give an example. I can't really give an example, so this is all theoretical. But you want to buy a $300,000 house. Your payment's going to be $1,200 a month. You make $4,000 a month, let's say. So 1,200 goes into 4 how many times? And that gives you your DTI. 4,000, I'm sorry. So that's 30% DTI. So, all right, debt to income ratio is going to be 30%. So 12 divided by the 4,000 is going to give you 30%. 3 times 4 is 12. So you're good. You're in. All right. So now you can make probably $3,500 a month. You're still going to be in. All right. So that just gives you an idea. Everybody can qualify for a FHA loan, 640%. And if you've been in the military, then you need to use your VA loan. All right. You have benefits like 0% down. All right. Credit scores is still the same, 640. You can still get in. All right. So that's how we got to do this now. Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream with the icon next to your name. Let's do this. Is his signature sign in. Thank you so much for being here once again. Moses Tillman's in the house with the icon next to his name. SSN fam, let's get it. That's how we're doing it tonight. So again, if you have bad credit, if you have personal credit that's bad as well, we can start getting this better, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Down below in the description, I have several items for business and personal. You guys know what we're talking about here. There's Tomo credit card down there. There's X1 credit card down there. X1 credit card, that's a wait list. Tomo credit card already came out. They base it on your checking account. All right. So now they report to the credit bureaus, but they have nothing to do with pulling your credit. All right. I also added something else down there tonight as well for personal credit. So go look down below for all of that. And of course, we got to talk about money, because free stocks from Robinhood and Webull, deep down below in the description. All right. This is probably the biggest description, or the largest description I've ever had. So this is very interesting. I usually don't take up all 5,000 characters, But tonight, it's like 4,990 characters taken up because I put a bunch of links in there for business funding as well from Fundbox. That's down below in case you already have a business and you have a business that gets reported to business Experian business, Equifax business, Dun & Bradstreet, and you may qualify already. Salt Lending's down there in case you already bought crypto and you can borrow against your crypto. That's down there. All right. There's a few. Cabbage is down there. There's a bunch. And the same goes for personal credit as well. But again, your number one thing that you may want to do is business-wise, get Nav. Nav.com. The link is down below. It's free. But again, if you want to pay $39.99, they'll report to your business credit file, which will help you down the road. It just takes a few months of seasoning. You can get fleet cards, which I don't have down below. So you can go to Shell Account Manager or Shell Fleet Cards. If you've been in business, maybe even less than 6 years. If you don't have a business checking account, or you might have messed up your checking account where you can't get one, I have the Blue Vine link down below. BlueVine.com, everybody qualifies for a business checking account. You also will qualify for a funding if you have $10,000 a month or more in revenue. No credit check, no qualifying. They go by the revenues. See how this is going to work going forward? If you have revenues coming in, you'll be able to get business funding, regardless of your personal credit score. They may check, but you're going to have to meet certain criteria. There's other places that want $25,000 a month, and they're going to guarantee you getting business funding. So just keep all that in mind. All right, let's see who else is in the house. Tanisha Lyles, can we talk about today's stock market and inflation? Any thoughts, SSN fam? Oh, yeah, we're going to get down to it. You know what time it is. We've been talking about this inflation, Tanisha Lyles. You know that when I told you they've been printing money, half of the GDP, $10 trillion out of 18 to 20 trillion that the U.S. normally makes over the course of a year. They've printed that up in the last 3 years. You also know I broke out a stat, which I cannot remember off the top of my head, that the United States government printed 20% of the total dollar bill supply just in 2020. I believe that was that might have been last Wednesday's live stream. I broke out the stats on that. So of course there was inflation coming. We all knew this. And so now the stock market is reacting. They want to jump down. And the other reason is because of that pipeline, that nonsense with the pipeline. So now people are scared. You know, that's what we like around here. We want markets to drop because to be a top 10%er, we have to buy at an opportune moment. So when is that opportune moment? I don't know when it is. But members who have the icon next to their name, you guys know that under the community tab in the last few days, I haven't said that I was buying anything because I don't believe that the bottom's out yet. I still believe tomorrow there's going to be people dumping their stocks, dumping their crypto even more. So sometime tomorrow, I might seriously consider starting to think about throwing some more money in, buying stuff that's on sale, because that's quite frankly what it is. So no reason to panic. This happens all the time. The fundamentals are still in place. There is going to be inflation, but that just means everything costs more. But I'm sure other people are going to chime in on this inflation talk. All right. How do I buy Doggy Coin and Moon? Doggy Coin you can buy from anywhere. Just about. I don't know if you can buy it on Coinbase. So I know you can buy it on Robinhood. I think you can buy it on Webull, which is kind of weird. You can also buy it on Bitmart. I do know that. That's where we get our Moon from, as far as I'm concerned. I get Moon from Bitmart. So Silverman Fox, hold on. I'll go pull up. Let me go find the Bitmart link for you, and I'll put it in the chat. All right? So give me a few moments on that. and we'll get that in chat for you. Bitmart, well, it looks like I'm not going to be, well, maybe. Let's see. I don't know if I can get in. I'm trying to do it behind the scenes while I'm talking. But Bitmart, you're going to have to load your buy USDT. To me, this is the easiest method. But hold on. Before I do this, I better explain something. Here's the funny part. I actually was going to go buy something today because USDT, a lot of coins are using USDT right now. And what happened is I could not believe this. I was going to transfer money from Coinbase over to Bitmart. It was $50 was the network fee. Outrageous. So I just said, you know what? I'm not doing it. I can wait. It's going down. And just my theory, which is not really a theory, but here, I'm dropping this down for you. All right, there's the link to Bitmart. USA customers can do it unless you're, I think you can't be in like 2 states. I don't remember what those 2 states are, or maybe 3. But anyhow, go to Coinbase, and the network fee was $50. So I just said, I'll just do it later tonight after the live stream, see how much it costs. And I was hoping that people, when the stock market went down, I was waiting to see if people are going to put their money into crypto, or is crypto going to act just like stocks, where people are panicking, they're selling. So it appears today answered the question. So last week when the stock market was going down and people put their money in crypto went up. So I thought there was hope that they were disconnected, but it appears they are connected. So once again, both are going down. People are selling on stocks. They're selling their crypto. But the question is, are they selling their gold, silver, and precious metals, which I haven't looked at today. All right. But that would be your next. In the past, people would have been putting their money into gold, silver, and precious metals when the stock market dropped. There was no. Let's see. Oh, looks like we're back. I was just getting ready to have to use my other stream here. So I don't know what happened, but it looks like we're out. And it looks like we got signal back here briefly. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a direct connection, so I'm off the Wi-Fi. But anyhow, what I was trying to say was, when traditionally, when the stock market goes down, most people then invest in precious metals. Now we have crypto and the stock market going down. People are not doing what they should be doing. Now, back to where you're going to get. You load up to Coinbase, you buy USDT, or go to any exchange and get USDT, which is Tether. You got to send it over to Bitmart. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying use, because once you get it to Bitmart, you can exchange SafeMoon for USDT. It's that simple. So that's all you have to do. And again, earlier it was $50 for the network fee. Never mind the Coinbase fee. The network fee for Tether was $50 to send money. This is what I'm having a problem with crypto about now. Crypto was supposed to be better than a bank. No bank charges me $50 unless I'm wiring money internationally. This is insane. All right. And then Coinbase is taking an ATM fee for doing their part, $1.50, $2, $3, whatever they're $4, $5. I don't know what they're charging, but they're taking their ATM fee. But the chain, the chains, blockchains, they're taking fees that are off the charts. $50. That's insane. All right, this is like old BTC, Ethereum. They're all taking 20, 30, 40, $50 for people's transactions. What kind of stuff is going on here? I thought this was decentralized. I thought they were trying to be better than a bank, better than currency, better than the dollar bill. Kind of gets me a little irritated. So now we got people basically doing what the bankers do. Disheartening, quite frankly. All right? But anyhow, transfer your money over to Bitcoin from Coinbase, and then you will be able to exchange it into SafeMoon. And I believe you can exchange it in the Doggy coin as well. So that's all you have to do. All right, Silverman Fox, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Glad to see you. John Ruck is in the house with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. He might be driving. He might be at work. I don't know yet, but we'll find out probably. All right, so thank you, John Ruck, for being here. I know you're busy. BTC Musk. Yeah, exactly. Elon Musk is doing us dirty, ladies and gentlemen. First, he seemed like he was a champion, and now today I hear that the young man has decided to say they're not accepting Bitcoin for buying Teslas. A month ago, we're accepting Bitcoin to buy a Tesla. Now, a month later, we're not buying it, which also has the BTC drop. And if BTC drops, mostly everything else is going to drop as well. They're hand in hand. Hey, John Ruck, you get your coin? Wilson Koo, yeah, that coiny stuff. Did you guys get yours? I got mine. I never opened the box because they sent me something from California. It's funny as hell. After I told them not to send it to me, they sent it like 2 weeks later after I did my chargeback. Crazy. Doggy coin can be purchased on Robinhood. SafeMoon is purchased through Bitmart. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles. Thank you so much. Silverman Fox and Wilson Koo, little more tomorrow. Yep. Hello, SSN fam. Curtis Davis is in the house. Mr. Financial is here. The icon's next to his name. Thank you so much for being here once again, Curtis Davis. I appreciate it. Victor Marrero, there's blood in the market. Don't think we have hit rock bottom yet. It's shopping time. I agree with you, Victor Marrero. That's what I was talking about. That's why I haven't even done nothing yesterday or today, because I wanted to see how long they were going to have this charade about being hacked. Yes, it might have been hacked, ladies and gentlemen, but you do realize just because the oil refineries or anything else is hacked today doesn't mean that the oil that's in the ground needs to go up. Doesn't mean the oil that's already on trucks being transported to be dropped into gas stations should be going up. This is insanity. We have an oversupply of oil. So now it makes sense that some people might use this as at least I would be if I'm an EV marketer, I would be taking advantage of this, because this is a electric vehicle blessing in reality, because this just shows you right there that just like that, just because of some hacker that has nothing to do with the oil supply in reality, all of a sudden your prices go up, pumps are out, can't get gas, all basically in less than 24 hours. How fragile is this country really? Texas has a snowstorm. Millions of people out of electricity and power and energy. Just like that. How fragile. Man, this is scary stuff. You guys got to be prepared. But I agree. I don't think it's hit rock bottom either. But tomorrow I'm going to start opening up and seeing about shopping time. You can buy dog coin almost anywhere. Moses Tillman. Yeah, exactly. That's true. I forgot to address that. Let it fall. It's only just begun. I agree. I agree with this. Time to get the bag out. Exactly. That duffel bag of cash. You got to use a little portion of it, ladies and gentlemen, because now's the time where we still might be going down even further because people are scared, especially with the additional out of gas situation. That's why this is a little bit different, because, you know, people get scared relatively easily. Hit the like button. Oh, I forgot today, 30 minutes in. Thank you for reminding me, John Ruck. Everybody who's here, please smash the like button, because we got to get the YouTube algorithm gods to come check out this live stream, because, you know, you guys give out gems every live stream. You just never know who you may be helping. All right. So again, please smash that like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel, because we talk about credit. We talk about business credit. We talk about business. We talk about making money. We talk about a lot of different things: real estate, stocks, credit, crypto, a bunch. It's all about stop struggling now and what you need to do. All right? That's how we do it here. Isn't cryptography. Yeah, it isn't cryptography. Eric, you may need to tell us how to purchase stocks, coins at the very lowest prices. Okay, stocks, that nobody can predict the bottom. So you got to go with wherever free, where you can buy stocks for free. That's everywhere pretty much now. For anybody who wants to get into the stock market and hasn't already downloaded Robinhood and Webull, get your free shares of stock for doing so down below. There's a link under the video in the description. Please do that. Now, purchase stocks. Coins. There's no suggestion on coins. We thought we found a source, but the source was silver plated. It was bogus. So you can't purchase coins or precious metals. The physicals, what I'm talking about. You can't purchase that cheap because they have what they call premiums added. So even though silver is $26, $27, they're going to charge you 31 or 30, probably $30 for 10 ounces. Even if you order 10 ounces, it's going to cost you $310 probably. Even if you order 20, it's still going to cost you $320 or $310, or the 20 would be $620, $640. But all I'm saying is they add these $4 or $5 on top because it's in demand. But what I like to do is buy minor stocks or gold stocks or silver or copper or something like that using the stock market because it's still liquid. When I buy physical, that's not liquid. And I just don't like buying premiums at 20% more than what I'm buying something for. So I can go to Robinhood or Webull and buy SLVR or SIVR, and I can get me silver at $26, $26.50. It's an ETF, yes, and it may do downward pressure, but at least I'm not spending $31 or $32 and then have to, and if it goes up, I still don't. All right. It looks like I have a little difficulty, but stay with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and please smash that like button so the YouTube algorithm god says we're here at the SSN Nation. So hopefully that answers a little bit, but the coins themselves, that's why I really don't like, the hard physical assets, but I do realize we have to get a few in your possession, the hard physical assets. You can't always do the ETFs. Crypto going up now after market. Beautiful. So that means it may not be tied to it, but it is tied during the day, which I do not like. It should have went up during the day because people were selling stocks. So therefore, they should have been putting it in crypto or gold, silver, and precious metals. So we're going to look at in a second. Bitcoin online going down due to scalability. Trilemma switches. Trilemma to try to find the best compromise between one, security, performance, energy consumption. Look for that. Yeah, Elon Musk talking about that energy consumption, and it's not efficient enough for Bitcoin and all this yada, yada, yada. I really dislike what he's doing because now I understand what he was doing on Saturday Night Live. So when they had him at the news desk and he was playing Goofy and Professor whatever, and the guy says, it's just a hustle, right? And he's like, ha, yeah, it's just a hustle. Now you're finding out, yeah, it's just a hustle what he's doing. He was just basically manipulating the markets because doing what he's doing, saying we're going to accept Bitcoin, then we're not accepting Bitcoin, talking about it's a hustle. Now he's talking about the energy consumption. What's he even talking about? The energy consumption situation was always a thing. This isn't something new. Everybody knows that if you're trying to be a miner or do anything like that, that it consumes an enormous amount of energy and electricity. That's why nobody can actually just come in and mess over Bitcoin, because it's going to cost you so much money and electricity just to get the coins that you're going to need. So nobody's going to attempt that. So he already knew that. So this little fake facade that he's doing kind of little like pisses me off. It's pure and simple manipulation. All right. He's clowning. So, but it's not going to stop anything except it's making the markets go up and down because of what he's doing and what he's saying. So it's kind of annoying. So Melanie Bonita's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, she has the icon next to her name. And everybody knows she's missed 23 streams of income, soon to have 24 when she goes to the islands. So check out the videos. You guys can check out Punta Cana, Dominican Republic videos I've done. She's going to be going over there with a few friends. So then she's going to have 24 streams of income. Thanks. You explaining how to avoid fees. That's right. Yeah, we got to avoid fees because fees take away from your wealth. If you go over like that $50 that they took, that could turn into an extra, nobody really knows. Because if I bought $50 worth of Safe Moon and Safe Moon goes to 1 penny, that $50 could be like $500,000 or it'll be 50 times 10,000. So yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, $500,000. Just what I'm saying. So that's why these little fees are significant. Just like taxes, when they're taking your tax out of your paychecks, they're siphoning off your wealth in reality. Because that's money that you could have put towards that's working for you while you sleep, all right, or making money work for you. That's what the fees are for, and that's what irritates me, all right? I think the market is also reacting to what's happening on Gaza with Israel airstrikes. Oh, yeah, that's right. That situation is really out of control this time. It's going to be out of control. Hamas is backed by other people. Let's just face facts, people. The whole region doesn't like. We've talked about this Israel thing before. Moses Tillman pulled it up when I told you guys after World War II, the Allies said, oh, I know, we'll put this state of Israel in the middle of Palestinian territory. We don't care what they do. 1948. All right, let's get real. So there's other countries probably backing Hamas trying to shoot rockets over. And it could be out of control. What's been happening over the last 4 years when Russia, Syria, Saudi Arabia, in fact, Iran were let loose and actually try to bond and form. I mean, how do you like Putin and the guy, the prince or whatever he is in Saudi Arabia, high-fiving at one of the world conferences? I mean, come on, man. And then they're going over to Syria, acting like they're buddies. So I don't know what the status is. I mean, this is crazy, real crazy. So these are the kind of things that go on around the world. And I agree with this, too. I forgot about the Gaza Strip. That has something to do with also making the markets go down as well. Any instability does make the markets go down. So at these rates, we will never be rid of paper money. Exactly. I'm just saying. Exactly right, Charlie. That's what I'm trying to allude to. I'm just like, how am I supposed to buy crypto when they're charging me stupid network fees like $50? Just because everybody wants to use Tether because they're trying to change it into Safe Moon. They're trying to change it into SHIB, which is the other coin that's hot. That's 0.0001. And now they're charging an arm and a leg for the network fees. This is insanity. This is what I'm talking about. I smashed the like button. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita, and everybody else. Please smash the like button as well. Wilson Koo. Oh, that crap. No, I canceled order. I thought you meant Safe Moon. Did you get your order, though, John Ruck? I canceled my order, and they still sent it to me. And nobody even responded when I canceled the order. Seems Musk may be puppet Curtis Davis. That's what he's acting like. He's acting just like the Billionaire Boys Club. Fake Trojan. That's what it looks like to me right now. Fake Trojan in the house. You know, with all this Doggy Coin 1 mission, all this other stuff. Yeah, fake Trojan. No Tesla for me, then change of plans. Let me see what Mr. Bill Gates' alternative is. Now, don't get carried away. I'm still going to make money off of the puppet. But that stock has went down, just like Gino Chimiente was saying was going to go sideways. They're down. which are in a buy zone, I got to admit. But yeah, I've been telling people, as Charlie knows, the last one, when somebody asked me what I'd be vested in, it would have been, like I said, Apple, Microsoft, standbys, Amazon, Walmart. You know, you got to go with these standbys at this point because the market is going to deteriorate. In the old days, which was a month or 3 back, I used to tell people, get those velocity stocks, UVXY, TVIX, and all that. Well, they disconnected from what was supposed to happen. When the stock market went down, they used to go up. They're no longer tied to the CBOE. And so there's no way to invest in those anymore. So we could be taking that 600, 700, 800 point drop in the Dow would have resulted in about a 20 to 50% increase in the velocity stocks. So we would have been making money and been happy, but we can't do that anymore. They always change up the game. Tanisha Lyles, instead of BTC, Elon will be accepting Doggy. My prediction coming soon. There you go, Tanisha Lyles. He's playing around. Exactly. Because he's already doing the Doggy 1 to the moon mission. Ethereum only uses under 1/10 the consumption per transaction as Bitcoin. That is why you saw BTC stay down and Ethereum bounce back. Yeah, Ethereum's going to bounce back. Ethereum has so much that you can do on the network. BTC is not even a usable coin in reality because of the transaction rate is so slow. The amount of time, it's just ridiculous. Ethereum, you got all kind of coins on there on the ERC20 plus other coins they're using. So fintechs, I mean, the sky's the limit, and they do use less consumption. They do things a little bit differently, even though it's like centralized. But the fact of the matter is, like I told people when Ethereum was 350, I said then, undervalued, simply because it was fintechs. When Ethereum was 1,000, undervalued. When Ethereum was at 2,500, I still said undervalued. Ethereum at 4,000, I'm still saying undervalued. You keep hearing me say undervalued. This stuff keeps rising. There's a reason it keeps rising, because they keep adding coins that are riding on the ERC20 network, which is the Ethereum network. So, and they're bringing more as we speak. So those are the reasons why Ethereum is going to keep going up, and it's undervalued compared to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's 50, Ethereum damn sure should be 30, 25, 20. Should be somewhere in that neighborhood. If it's not going to overtake BTC, it damn sure shouldn't be 4,000 while Bitcoin is 50. All right? That's just the way it is. Just got Sundial Growers Market. Jewel 20 lady with the icon. Okay, SNDL, ladies and gentlemen, is what she's talking about. I can't argue with not getting SNDL. We got SNDL in when it was 50. Well, I got it at 53. Some others got it at 43. But anyhow, we got it under 53 as the dollar cost average. But the point is, I think it went down to around 70, 73. It went up to a high about $1.20 or $1.30. As now it's dropped back to 77 or maybe even lower after this sell-off. So it's in the buy zone. And I'm still waiting for one of the top 15 companies to buy them out. I'm still waiting for a merger. We'll see what happens. But I agree with the Sundial Growers pickup. Well done. Tanisha Lyles, I hope so. Yeah. Look at per transaction consumption, not total consumption. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Charlie, yes, fingers crossed. Yes, indeed. All right. Lots of love. Last year, they fear spread about TP. Part 2 act, gas shortage. Exactly. We got to have scare tactics all the time. You guys, are you seeing a pattern yet? I know you guys are tired of me saying there's patterns, but there's patterns. We got to have fear factor, because that makes you react. That makes the markets go down. And then who has the duffel bags of cash? The rich are going to get richer because they're going to buy the stocks when they drop. They don't want to buy stocks when they're a week ago price, let's say. They're sitting there going, well, what if it drops another 20, 30%? And so you get the hype, the pipeline hype, even though it only affects, who knows what small amount of people it affected, but they hyped it. And then gas stations said, we're out of gas. Next thing you know, it's all over the news. Next thing you know, people are like, oh my God. And like Marrero says, Gaza, bombs are going off over there. You got to start thinking. All of this goes hand in hand. And like I always said, you guys know how this is. The petrodollar is based on oil. When you have problems in the Middle East, North Africa, oil prices, gas prices have to go up. All right. So they're building in their own bottom line. You guys got to understand this. This isn't rocket science. John Ruck, I canceled. They shipped me stuff. Exactly. Exactly, Wilson Koo. You know why they sent you stuff is because they're out of Asia. That's why. All they did was this people are fake. So I think even though it says they're in the UK and all this stuff, I think they're actually really in Asia. And that's the whole point. And so when you're sending them messages, support it, Coiny and all that, no answer, no reply, no nothing. So all you could do is a chargeback. That's it. So, yep, better to buy stock than the physical. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Also, I mean, it's almost like a risk these days. Wilson, keep it if you did not get charged. Yeah, I don't know if I got charged. Sound. Yeah, I know I lost out for a second. Thanks for letting me know. I know. Sorry about that. I know you're giving out bestest gems, Eric, leader of the SSN Nation. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Charlie. I really appreciate that. Hey, Curtis Moms Davis is in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Curtis and SSN Nation. That's right. We're in the house. He is clowning. Exactly. That's what he's doing. Spoke to my Orlando realtor today. Real estate prices are out of control. That's right. Sellers are getting multiple offers, many of which are cash, and also 0K20. Woo! In Orlando, ladies and gentlemen. That is amazing. They have so many new construction projects in Orlando. It is off the charts. I don't know what's going on. They have this new concept, though, that I love. They're making 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bedroom houses so that they can have people with large groups come and stay at their homes, and they're renting them. They're building this as a residential community. It's awesome, I think, but I don't know how that's really going to play out in the long run, because all I can see is it would have to be set up for I don't see how that's going to be residential where ordinary people be living there, because if you have a 8-room, 7-bedroom house and people are renting them out, that means there's going to be large parties of people. And with large parties of people coming, that means who knows what's going to happen in the neighborhood. So it has to be almost a rental neighborhood. But yeah, the Orlando prices are off the charts. That's Orlando. The whole reason Orlando was built up in the first place was because it was cheap to live there. You used to be able to buy homes for $150,000, $200,000. So everybody was moving to Orlando. Now it's total opposite. Every time you put in an offer, like Marrero says, price keeps going up. I did not get anything yet. I wish I did. I would have kept it. Wonder why. Maybe they knew me. I got me some more Apple. There we go. AAPL. Damn straight. We'll be keeping. Yep. Exactly. Victor. Wow. Real estate. Exactly. So some people right now, it has to determine. My friends actually live in Orlando, and they bought a house that's just, it should be built in the next, finished being built in the next month, if not already, because I know he went out to buy a refrigerator. And it already went up in value, like $75,000. It's crazy. Don't be surprised if they get $200K over asking. People are losing their mind with their money. Exactly. It's out of control. I don't understand this. Victor Moreno, any good books on real estate that will help me to understand that market? Moses Tillman. Maybe, I mean, Marrero might have it, but quite frankly, here's the way I look at books. They're already written. That's the problem. They're not real time. So any information you get from books, remember, it's the past. And it doesn't apply for future, quite frankly. We have had houses go $400K over asking. Good God. That's in Canada. That's also crazy. This is what happens when you have a supply and demand issue. There's limited supply. So now people can ask whatever they want. And even if they don't ask whatever they want, because of the limited supply, you have multiple people wanting the same house. And there's only one way to get the house. You have to then compete in raising your offer. And that generally is going to lead to, in Canada, apparently $400K. In America, an extra $60 to $100K. This is getting out of hand. Hold on. That's right. Most gentlemen, perhaps Eric, he could prepare us, presenter on how. The real estate game, like I said, I'm not participating in the real estate game with any existing real estate in America. I'm not doing it. The reason why is because I look at things in a different way. I look at percentages. So even though you can buy a house in Orlando right now, and let's just say it's 300 grand, 350. And just because it's going to be, and I'm going to live there. See, that's the problem, that there's a distinction. If I'm going to live there and it's going to cost me 300, 350, and then what's it worth at that point? It's okay. It might go up. Maybe it goes up to 400, 450 in 7, 8, 9 months. But again, we're back to this 2005, 2004 era. What goes up must come down. So why would I do this right now when I know what's going to happen? In essence, I believe all this stuff is going to come crashing down. So the same $350,000, $300,000 brand new house, I think I'll be able to get a brand new house for $225,000, $250,000. Okay, that just gives you an idea. So why bother right now? All right. Plus, there's other things such as the investment properties that we were talking about, which is pre-construction properties, and you have 0% interest, and you're actually getting an asset versus a property that you live in. So that's the reason why I'm not really bullish on buying homes right now for anybody. All right? Because you're going to pay more than what the home's worth in reality. That's not where you really want to be. You want to be able to get something that you can lock in right now, and you know the price is going to go up without any downside. And what I mean by that is there's some of us right now who's on here, and you guys know I'm real bullish. You know I'm real happy with buying property in the DR. Vacation rental property, that is, DR. So what I'm getting at is all properties that we have bought have all went up in price. Why? Because materials cost more. Inflation is up. So Marrero, he's lucky enough to get something in 2018. All right. So now he gets basically what is his almost 50%, 60% increase. And he hasn't even stepped foot in the place yet. And all for $115,000. Right now, properties I got in December of last year and January of this year, all properties are $10,000 to $15,000 more, and we're only talking 4 months. They haven't even broke ground for it in reality. There's not even one little piece of building on this, no foundation, no nothing, and they all have to pay $12,000 to $15,000 more. All right. So, and all it cost me is 0% interest, and I'm just paying over the next 2 years. Who knows where this is going to end up 2 years from now? And Marrero's property, for instance, isn't going to be done for another year. So he's already at like 50%, 60%. This time next year, it's probably going to be 100%, doubled his money, and hasn't even stepped foot in the place. And it's not costing him any money, no holding cost. He doesn't have to pay anything while they're still delivering it, but getting the appreciation. Unlike if I buy a house right now, I'm going to be putting money into a property that I'm going to have to pay for over the next 15 to 30 years. All right. So I look at things a little bit differently. All right. It's a profit machine. Looks like I might have skipped something. It's a real-time profit machine. Stock market, casino, crash market, then come in and get it for the low price. That's it exactly. It's the same playbook. That's how the wealth gap keeps getting larger. Got my credit back. They actually sent me an email reply with the invoice for the refund to my account, and I see it come in. So all good. Well, Wilson Koo, they didn't send me anything back. And I am assuming you sent the message to contact@coiny.com or support@coiny.com. I never received nothing to them at all. John Ruck, I still running my French fry oil truck when I drive around town and not using my regular vehicle, coming up on 20 years here soon, still picking up free oil. Glad I learned, watch the garage mechanic. Exactly. That is awesome, John Ruck. Way to go, man. That's what you do. That's another stream of income, and you figured out how to make sure that you're in it for the right price. No overhead. All right. How do Reits work? Jewel, 20, lady. Real estate investment trust. They buy property, and then you just buy in. So they have these on the stock market. So you just buy a REIT if you want. Now you're talking about the open market REITs, where they usually want investors that are who make a certain amount of money, $250,000 or more, or have a certain amount of assets. Then they'll let you invest with them. But you can also get REITs on the stock market. Real estate investment trust. Like I said, it's very simple. They take your money, pool it together, and then go buy properties. And then they say they're going to give you a certain percentage, whether it's 7%, 9%, 10%. And then depending on the REIT, I'll refer to a REIT that you're investing in where they say you're an accredited investor and you can invest in it. Then when they sell the property at a set time, sometimes, 7 years, 10 years, whatever, then you share in the profits. Reverse that with the stock market. They don't really share the profits like that, but you do receive dividends on the stock market all the time from the REITs. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. XDOT, CLF, and NUE. Yeah. These are steel, aluminum stocks. These are gems. These are the ones you need to get right now, along with food stocks, water stocks, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, cement, CX. You need to get all this because infrastructure bill is going to save us. That's what's going to come out next. And that's how they're going to get the next influx of money into the hands of workers and the American people. All right. That's going to happen. So anyhow, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is something. All right. Wilson Koo, thank you so much for the donation. I humbly appreciate it. Super sticker in the house. Thank you so much. He's already a member of the channel. So once again, I humbly appreciate this extra donation. Thank you so much. All right, I'm ready to pull the trigger on another property, but if I don't see an 8% at least ROI, I won't do it. That's it, Victor Marrero. Exactly. I mean, I'm greedy now myself. It's hard to play around with this, like you said, 8%. Why bother, man? It's got to be more than 8%, right? And therein lies that talk. I mean, there's calculated risk in everything, but that's why we've always talked about, you were like, why don't I join you at Canna Rock? But that's always been one of my things. My calculations at Canna Rock are nice, but now that their prices have started to increase, now it may not get over the 10%, 12, 15% threshold that I'm trying to keep. And that's why I think the lower prices in the right location is going to be the winner. Oh, speaking of that, 8% ROI. Let's go. If we have $100,000 property, just so everybody knows what we're referring to keep it simple, $100,000 property that you buy, and you want an 8% return on investment, you have to have $8,000 over the course of a year, gives you an 8% ROI. That's after expenses. That's profit. All right. That gets you an 8% ROI. Now, and so you can start doubling it. If you have a $200,000 property, then you need $16,000 over the course of a year to get you your 8%. All right. So that's what we're talking about here, an ROI. So we'll use Marrero's property. I know how much it is, but I'm going to actually go down. I'll say $200,000. So all we need is roughly $1,200. 12 times 12 is 140. So we need around $1,400 a month on average to cover and profit that type of deal. 4 months during the year, I can expand it to 4 months now. I've been running 3 months conservatively, but 4 months during the year is prime time. In 4 months, because he's on the Hard Rock property in prime time, meaning December, January, February, and March. I didn't even include April, but we'll go 4 months. And if he does, let's call it, I'll just use something real conservative because he's going to be able to charge more for a 2-bedroom. But let's call it $300 a night profit, $2,100 a week. And let's just say he does for two weeks a month. That's $4,200 a month, right? 4,200 times 4, that gives us around 17,000. That's our magic number for his 8%. Now we still have 8 months left. So what if the other 8 months we just got, call it another $8,000, $1,000 per month on average? He's now going to be at $25,000 on a $200,000 property. That's more than 10%, ladies and gentlemen. That's 12.5 to be exact. I like those numbers, and that's for life. So if we stay at 25,000, and you have to remember, in a vacation rental destination, prices go up. They always go up. So 2 years from now, that 25,000, I'm being conservative. It's probably going to make more than that, but 25,000 could be 45,000 annually coming in, because instead of 300 a night, they'll be at 450 a night. All right. So this is what we're talking about here. This is how you create income from assets. And how do you get in properly? 0% down over 3-year payments. Get skin in the game. Don't get left holding bag in real estate market. This is 2004 through 2007 all over again. That's the way it is. Mr. Financial is telling it like it is. That's how we do it. That's exactly how we do it. Well, 4 years off. Yeah. Curtis Davis, exactly. That's it. Exactly. Eric and Victor getting real estate in DR at the rock bottom prices, like top 10%, 10-time returns. Exactly. Exactly. I truly believe after everything's all said and done, in about, when this shakedown happens, 2 years, people are still going to be going on vacation to this location. And I still think we're going to be able to do some incredible numbers. Getting like 25% on our money, quite frankly, because there's something else I didn't tell you guys. Mr. Astacio decided to show up on YouTube, not on the channel, but on YouTube. He did a video and he drove around the Vista Cana property. I didn't realize how Vista Cana was being marked, because it wasn't marked when I was there. But now they started putting up signs on where some of the properties or some of the developments are going to be held. And I didn't realize how close Panorama Lake, Panorama Gardens, Panorama, where I bought in at, how close it actually is to the lake, the fishing lake, that is. And I also didn't realize how deep it went and where the golf course and softball fields and all that was going to be. And other restaurants are going to be on site as well. So they have other amenities that they haven't told people about yet. So that's going to be something. And you guys, get ready. Okay, you got to get your duffel bag of cash ready for this. Next week, I believe it's going to be next week. I can't really say anything other than this. Downtown Punta Cana, directly across from Coco Bongo, there's a slice of vacant lot on one half. Well, it's almost a third, but one half is almost what it's going to be, the footprint. Half of that lot is a new development coming out. Starting price is $50K. You literally are going to be walking across the street to Coco Bongo, Hard Rock, this Dolphin Discovery. All that is literally going to be across the street, and they're going to have shops and stores at the very bottom. All right. And some of these shops and stores, I'm not going to say because I don't believe it. So I'll just put it at shops and stores. All right. Next week, $50,000 is the minimum. And I guarantee you one thing. It will be sold out, probably because they have studio units. In fact, I might as well give you one of the size. The smallest unit is 18 meters squared. In case you don't know, that's 200 square meters roughly. That means that's like a hotel unit. So they're going to have a 200 square foot unit there. So that's clearly a studio hotel unit. Then they're going to have 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. This is going to sell out, I believe, in less than a week. Simply because this is even better than Central Park. Because Central Park is the next street over, next to the Hilton or Marriott property. This is going to be across the street from, like I said, Coco Bongo and things like that. And they're going to have shops down below. So that's going to be interesting. So be ready. Wow, that sounds amazing. Yeah, you got to be ready. It sounds like it was worth waiting for. Punta Cana, here we come. Yeah, exactly. They have so many projects going on. There's always going to be something new. That's why you got to keep that duffel bag of cash handy and keep your eyes and ears open. There's something for everybody. And this just means this, and it's going to be, well, actually, I do know who the developer is. So since I know who the developer is, that means it's going to be $1,000 to reserve. The only thing I don't know is the developer normally does, his properties are all 24 months or less. So it might be a 20-month, 22-month delivery date on this because they work fast. Actually, they're countrywide in Dominican Republic. They're one of the better builders. All right. So that's all I can tell you right now because I can't really say anything else about it. But it's going down. And I might have to pull the trigger on one myself. I don't even care if I get the studio unit, but that's 50 grand. That'd be insane. But, you know, it'd be hard to get the hotel unit is what I'll call it. But got to get a 1 bedroom maybe, at least. Got to be downtown. Well, if the 50,000 is for a hotel unit, a 1 bedroom can only be, well, it's probably going to be around 60. What was Central Park? So 1 bedroom is probably going to be 70, 75, and a 2 bedroom is probably going to be 120 or 130. But I don't think they're going to be that big because their space is limited. But as they say, being patient is a good thing sometimes. Sounds amazing in DR. And that's right. That's not the only one left. There's going to be another project, or actually another 3 projects in downtown that hasn't been started yet. But because of what's happening right now, where all the stuff going on at Vista Cana, all the stuff going on at Hard Rock, all the stuff going on everywhere around Punta Cana Air region, and the other properties downtown like the beach, everybody's saying, well, we better get in now because once they build those properties, people are going to be coming in. So you're going to be hard pressed to get the same enthusiasm after everything's built. And then they still have some buildings left and they're all built up. And you see water slides, you see lagoons and lakes and all these beach properties. And you go find out a person bought in a project like at the Hard Rock and find out they have their own beach club. And then all you're selling is a downtown condo. And you're like, where's the beach club? Or where's the lagoon at? Where's all this where's the golf course at? And you're sitting there like, wait a minute. Why am I going to buy downtown? I'll just go buy at these locations that have the extra amenities. So that's where people are going to get stuck. So that's why they're going to be building this stuff out right now. So you always got to think, sounds amazing in the DR. That's it. That deal does sound great. Moses Tillman, hey, it's coming. And I know what's going to happen. You guys, in case you don't know the story, Cap Cana is one of the most luxurious places, especially built in Punta Cana. Juanillo Beach, world famous. You guys can Google it. All right. When they had a 1 bedroom for $133,000, and I'm sure they had 2 bedrooms too. All I remember is the 1 bedroom, and it started at $133,000. They sent me over. Andrea sent me over the list. And this is before I went to the DR, and I didn't know what Cap Cana really was. I just saw it on the maps and it said luxury and it showed the hotels and it showed the nice beach and all that. I didn't realize that that was the upscale neighborhood. She sent me over the thing saying, hey, there's this new project, 133K starting at 1 bedrooms. And it's in Cap Cana. That's all it really was. 2 days later, I sent her a message and I said, hey, where's this at in Cap Cana? She goes, it's too late. It's all sold out. You know why? Everybody's sending their 1,000. There was only like 15 to 18 units. Come to find out, it was in a golf course. It's on the golf course, and some of the units have ocean view. And Juanillo Beach is literally 200 yards away. You can actually see it from where this is. So you could just walk there and be there probably in 4 or 5 minutes, or take your golf cart down there or whatever. So it's the perfect location, but because I didn't know where it was, I couldn't pull any triggers on that prematurely. But now that I know where it is, I'm pulling the trigger. So same thing with downtown. I know exactly where this is going to be, just like I know where Central Park's going to be. I didn't want to pull the trigger on Central Park because they're going to build that really rapidly. It just was too soon to pull the trigger. This one right here, right across the street from Coco Bongo, with stores and shops down below. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the trigger. So that'll be property number 3, actually. Swan, Bitcoin. I don't know who Swan is, John Ruck. All right. Tanisha Lyles, that is a steal. Can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, it'll be next week. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be trying to get it to you right away as well. So we can have some people possibly getting in once we figure out what the size of these units are, and hopefully they have some amenities there, which would be awesome. In fact, I have more than what, let me see something. In fact, since I kind of got excited about it, let me go look at something. I actually have some plans for this. I have plans. I actually have it now that I think about it. So, yeah, I'm trying to see. There was something I wanted to look at. Yeah, I actually have the layout and everything for each floor. Yeah, they're going to have a central courtyard, a central park kind of thing in here. Yeah, it's going to be off the charts. The architecture-wise from the renderings is going to be pretty sweet. It's just that the units are probably going to be small. They have a courtyard in the middle of the building, so it's almost going to be like I'm trying to think of this hotel chain that has the atrium. There's a couple of them. There's a hotel in LA where they have an atrium, where they have the elevators going up, and there's an atrium with trees and foliage in the middle of it, except this is in the DR, so it's not going to be enclosed, and there's not going to be any elevators outside, but they have a courtyard in the middle, like there used to be a hotel chain that went and had atriums inside, but I can't remember the name of it. But anyhow, that's what's going to happen, and it's a good builder as well. This is a builder. I'll give you guys a clue, kind of. I don't think nobody has invested in this builder's property, because as soon as they build something, it's already sold out. 90% of it's sold out. So these guys allow you to pay your monthly payment during pre-construction. They actually have a website built, and they allow you to pay with your bank account. You don't have to wire money. They allow you to pay with your bank account, credit card, debit cards. Make it easy for you. So that just tells you right there, they're big time. All right. And they build all over the island, by the way. And like I said, the properties that they built so far, they're sold out. Not sold out, but 90% of it is sold out within a week. This one here, I think, will probably be sold out within 3 days max. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And it's an hour and 14 minutes in. Please smash that like button. If you want to talk about anything, please do so. And we already went over the business credit. We also went over the personal credit. But if you missed out, you can always watch the replay. And down below are links to help you with your business credit, your personal credit, with starting your LLC and getting your virtual office, because a lot of people in this day and age should not even be thinking about using their personal residence for business, because you have a lot of kooky crazy people, and you want to keep it separate from your residential address and business address anyhow. All right? So just keep those kind of things in mind. They are manipulating profits to conservative levels, gains, pushing down values on tech, and limited gains to 20% a year. Yeah, they're trying. But as you know, some of us got in last year when it dropped to 30, 35%. So we're still ahead, right? So they still got to drop it back down about another 10%. They're going to have to end up at around 27,000 for the Dow to make this put a dent in things. So we'll see what happens. But I love what they're doing. Like I say, there's always manipulation. We're just going to have to take care of that, right? So get that a little portion of your duffel bag of cash ready, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, you have to take advantage of this 20 to 25% decrease in prices. In fact, Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt arriving at DR East Coast this week to film their next movies. Too bad your Vistacon isn't ready. You could have rented them your place. Yeah. Well, I don't think they'd be staying at my joint. They're going to be staying at your joint on the confines of the Hard Rock Casino Hotel. You know, they're used to the entertainment industry with the Hard Rock Casino Hotel throwing concerts. They'd be staying at your joint possibly. So, but that's funny. Yeah. That I would be having the penthouse unit ready for them. You got that right. But it would probably be too small for these guys. They're stars. Well, maybe not. Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt, they're both ordinary citizens. They're not all about all that paparazzi and stuff. Hell, Sandra Bullock hangs out in New Orleans, for Christ's sake. Jeez. But they wouldn't be renting my place. They'd be renting the Hard Rock Casino location. You know, they would be able to hide out. Well, they'd be able to hide out in my joint. In fact, anybody can hide out in the DR. Nobody even pays attention to you, going about your business. But that's pretty sweet. This is all I see that's going to happen. I just think the DR is one of these like hidden gems. Property values are still cheap enough. And if they're shooting a movie over there, this could just be the tip of the iceberg because you guys don't know, but I guess a story's coming up. But I told you guys before about Manhattan Beach Studios. And my friend that was running that studio, when we were this is years ago. When we were there years ago, he was telling me that he told me something that was wild, real wild. He goes, "Hey, man, I'm going down to New Orleans and opening up a new studio in New Orleans." I was like, "There's no studios in New Orleans." He goes, "Exactly. We're going down there, and we actually have commitment for some TV shows that are going to start in New Orleans." I couldn't believe it. And sure enough, here we are 3-4 years later. You guys have seen plenty of movies, plenty of TV shows in New Orleans. This same thing can happen in the DR because there's plenty of land, plenty of foliage that you can still buy for cheap. And all they have to do is do what Vistacana type property did and buy, hundreds of acres. And then you put some buildings on there. And now you automatically have jungles. You automatically have rivers. You automatically are in a situation where you can do movies that you don't even have to send people to different locations around the world. So it could happen. So I would not be shocked by this because the infrastructure is being built in Dominican Republic all over, whether it's Santo Domingo, whether it's Sosúa, whether it's Cabarete, whether it's Santo Domingo, whether it's Santiago, it does not matter. So this is good news. I'm glad to hear movie stars are coming. This just gives it a higher profile. Is Sandra still that biker? No. She's not hanging out with Jesse James. They divorced. Jesse James liked this little tattoo girl. I mean, the tattoo girl was pretty hot, but, he's still Jesse James. He wasn't ready. Everybody knew that was a mismatch. That was craziness. She's too sweet. Sounds like it's a good time to get land in DR. Yeah, I don't know about land in DR. There's somebody that bought land over by Sosúa, but I don't feel comfortable with land in another country. I mean, it's cheap, but I just don't feel comfortable when there's actually property that I can get for 0% monthly payments and actually have a structure and that I can rent out. With land, I can't rent out. So it just sits there and I have to upkeep it. Well, I don't know about in DR if you do, but in most places in America, you just can't let your land just sit there. Brush happens. You have to make sure you don't have fires, make sure you have to maintain it. It's costing you money every month. Taxes you're going to pay. Sometimes if you have water coming to it or if you're in an HOA, you're going to pay that. It doesn't make much sense. So I don't know about land, but yeah, land is cheap. So it's an opportunity. Oh, cat. Yeah, exactly. Cat, whatever. Yeah. J-Lo was just there also. I know. J-Lo was there. Somebody else sent something to me about J-Lo was there hanging out in the neighborhood at Casa del Campo. Oh, wow. And Vin Diesel is buying property on the North Coast. In fact, his neighbors are complaining they can't move around because of his security team. Oh, man. See how these guys, this is crazy. What do you consider North Coast, Marrero? Are we talking about Cabarete or Sosua, Puerto Plata? Is that what you consider North? Because that's what I consider North Coast. So they're not hanging out at Cap Cana? I'm shocked. I mean, it is cheaper over on the other side. That's for sure. On the North Coast, it's a lot cheaper than being around in the South Coast, Santo Domingo, and it's cheaper than being in Punta Cana. That's for sure. So he could buy a compound for sure over by Sosua, Cabarete. So that is incredible. Man, I guess it's the hot spot. Well, let's face facts. Movie stars, entertainers, people that have money, they're not stupid. Their investment team isn't stupid. Their investment team is going the same thing that I've been talking about. Wait, are you really saying that I can build me like a whatever 4,000, 5,000 square foot house and it's only going to cost me like $200,000 with the land? They're like, yeah, and it's cement and it's not going to blow away. Yes. $300,000. Yes. Where do I sign? And I can get beachfront too. Yes. So they're not stupid. They're all saying the same thing. They realize there's 6 airports, soon to be 7, thanks to the Marrero secret, where he let out that other airport's going to be 25 miles approximately north of Punta Cana Airport. They know all this stuff now, and they're sitting there going, oh, my God. So they have airports at Sosua. You have airports at Santo Domingo. You have now the new airport 25 miles north of Punta Cana. Now you're going to have an airport. They already have the airport up north. In fact, they have 2 airports up north, which people don't even talk about. All this infrastructure that they're building, that just means instead of 6.5 million visitors a year, there's going to be like 10 million visitors a year. And when you start having movie stars move to a spot, that attracts more people because now everybody thinks that's the spot. That's the click. That's where we got to hang out now. The movie stars are going there. So now we got to get in. Is Punta Cana where the annual Motown event used to take place way back in the day? Just wondering. Yes, exactly. Got it right. Las Terranas area. Okay. That's about the second time I've heard about this. Las Terranas, Dominican Republic. Let's go. I'm going to look it up while we're talking, so you guys might see I'm a little distracted. I don't know where Los Terranos. Where is Los? It's a town northeast coast of the Dominican Republic, located in the province of Samana. It is known for its scenic landscapes, white sand beaches, and clear waters. Of course it is. What airport do you fly into? Oh my, they have a Samana airport, ladies and gentlemen, which is 20 kilometers away. What is that, 3 miles? 98 kilometers, Santo Domingo. Punta Cana Airport's the farthest away at 149 kilometers. Puerto Plata, 117. So I can't tell really where this is. I don't see a map. But they have a Samana Airport. And Santo Domingo is 98 kilometers. Divide that by 6, so that's 30. What is that, 820? No, it's 15. I don't know what it is. So I don't know where Los Torontos. It said northeast. Northeast is a good thing. I like northeast. East of Cabarete. We like east of Cabarete. That's closer to where Punta Cana way. Because Cabarete is west, what we call it northwest from Punta Cana, but it's still 150 kilometers away. But Samana Airport, never heard of it. That wasn't the other airport I was talking about. I was talking about Puerto Plata. Samana Airport. Is it international? Let's go look it up. AZS, yes, it's international. Yes, it's Juan Bosch International Airport. Well, it used to be called President Juan Bosch International Airport, off the freeway, nice and easy. I'm looking at it now, ladies and gentlemen. I had to check it because this is pretty, oh, man. No. Did I lose you? No, I didn't lose you. Okay, let me go check this out. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Since we're doing the search for the DR, because apparently it's a hot spot with movies now being made there, with superstars moving over there, getting homes built as Vin Diesel now. This is getting out of control. I like this. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can get this up. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go get it up. You guys can see right here. So I'm going to take this down a little bit. Yeah, it's right. Ooh, that's right off the water. So this is Samana Airport now. Let's go see where we're at. Okay, I'm not familiar with this area. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, it's on the way northeast. No wonder Punta Cana is 150 kilometers away. Wow. Well, easy access right here. I can see why they're going to be here. There's a bay, easy access down to Santo Domingo, which is 100 kilometers. Now I see why that might be the spot. So it's also Sosúa and Puerto Plata are even further east or further west. So, yeah, I can see now. It's almost, they got their own little hideouts up there. Okay, makes sense. I like it. I like it. All right. That's beautiful. All right. Finally, first long gig. Friday, cannot wait. First long gig. All right. Very nice. I love being close to the water. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was a tour over to the Dominican Republic where we now find out. I don't know how Morel is getting all this information. I like it, though. Thank you for sharing, because that helps us, because that gets you more and more excited when you have movie stars building properties in a place that you're investing in. This reminds me of Los Cabos back in the day when J-Lo bought property in Los Cabos, or Cabo San Lucas, actually, on the mountain. And so then did come the boxer, I can't remember his name, De La Hoya. He goes and buys something over there as well. And the next thing you know, everything over on this side, all of a sudden, because they bought homes and they made them like $1 million. Then everything on that side turned into 500,000, 400,000, just like that, because they moved over there. And then the rest is history. Then, of course, the place blew up, and now the whole corridor from Cabo San Lucas to San Jose del Cabo has hotels. Back when they bought, there was only like 4 hotels between San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas. Now look, crazy, just crazy. So thanks, Victor, for that. I appreciate it. And everybody else, we've been talking about it. Sometimes you get the right place at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Victor Morel. This is so exciting. Exactly. The DR paper says Vin Diesel's guards were aggressive and even blocking the traffic and the pedestrians in order to guard the actor and his family. Oh, this is crazy. Vin Diesel acting crazy over in the DR. That's crazy. Nobody's attacking him over there. J-Lo's on her, you can see J-Lo. Go check out J-Lo's pics when she's in the DR. She's riding around in like a little Jeep, don't even have bodyguards with her, taking selfies, and has an entourage of 2 or 3 other vehicles behind her. I mean, she's driving herself. That's how crazy it was. And Vin Diesel's over here acting crazy in Samana. That's unreal. Thanks for the gems. Yeah. So, but that's how it is. Some people actually have to act Hollywood. Unnecessary in the DR. I mean, I can understand a couple of bodyguards, but Diesel used to be a bodyguard himself. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's the big deal? He doesn't have to worry too much. People love him. So, but yeah, that's not good. That's not good because you don't want this thing about stupid Americans. You know what I'm saying? Don't want none of that hostility going on. We want nothing but love when we go. So, but again, this is exciting because the timing is impeccable. When you can get in for $1,000 reserve, 10% down, pay over a year or 2 or 3, and you have 0% interest while you're paying. I mean, and your property value increases while you're paying. It's a good feeling to know that after you get this property, you already have an increase in price. And the way it sounds, if Vin Diesel's there, then that means other people are there also, and they're not talking about it. And you got to love that. And they're probably all going to take either the North Coast, whichever that starts at, whether it's at Punta Cana all the way up to Sosua Cabarete, they're probably going to take the North Coast, which isn't as crowded right now. So you can rest assured there's other people doing the same thing. Vin Diesel's not the only one. The other ones were quiet. They weren't carrying around bodyguards and blocking traffic. You follow what I'm saying? So, you know, and like I said, J-Lo was just there too. So, in fact, she might even still be there, but J-Lo was there, and she could have been looking for property for all we know. And quite frankly, I know of some other people that I'm not going to say who are very well off as well, and they're buying stuff in Punta Cana a little up by Macau also. So there's stuff happening. So again, good timing, ladies and gentlemen, if you join us in the party. All right, thanks for the gems. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it now because we're about to wrap it up on the Wednesday Night Live. Anyone hear about Mind Med or Compass Pathway psychedelics on the move? Nope. You know, haven't heard about any of that. Is this a penny stock? $3. Mind Med. No, we don't have a chart on this because it's a penny stock. But, you know, you have to do your stock is soaring after its NASDAQ debut. But that was May 4th. We don't have a chart here, which is weird. Maybe not so weird. Here we go. It's May 4th is when it came out. You like psychedelic drugs, Wilson Koo, or the companies that produce these? Yes, since that's one day, so that's nothing. So it's been going sideways, it looks like, from $4 down to 2.9. So nothing's happening on that. And then Compass Pathways, high risk. High risk. So if anybody's been watching and looking for the credit part, you guys have noticed I've been talking about credit-wise, but with crypto, where you can borrow against yourself. So you'll see the Celsius network down below. All right. And that helps you get interest daily on your money, and then you can borrow against your assets. So they're true to form at the moment. 6 months ago, 36, and now they're 35. But that's because they've dropped. Nope, not really. Today they dropped, but only 1.6. But it's just hovering around the same thing. United Kingdom, 2016. Not much info on it. Psychedelics, inspired medicine developer, Compass. There's a bunch of psychedelic, but they're not moving like what we're accustomed to. We're spoiled now. J-Lo is now dating Ben Affleck, so don't be surprised if you see him around the DR also. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Exactly. You know how it's going. I think all these guys, they found out about the cheap property in DR, and they're sitting there chomping at the bit because they can, for 400,000, 500,000, these guys are going to have mansions over there. And they're not going to be blowing over either. So it's going to be very interesting. I think they're all going to be getting their little piece of the pie. Friends involved in the field. Ah, I got you, Wilson Koo. Okay, I understand. Coming out of 2022, everyone going to be making $20 an hour, but it's going to feel like $12 an hour. Scary, exactly. Due to inflation, there's no way around it. Any increase in wages, which means as an employer, I'm going to have to pay more payroll tax. I'm going to have to pay more in taxes to offset their FICA. That means I'm going to have to charge more. Let's just face facts. That's what it is. And on top of that, we have inflation as well. So even if you are getting $20 an hour, it will be like Mr. Financial said. It'll seem like 12, but you're still going to be living paycheck to paycheck. All right. When I was in Switzerland, and the guy's driving me from the airport, and I start talking to him about, hey, how's it, live around here? And he goes, well, I don't get paid enough. So then I was like, well, what do you get paid? He's like, oh, we get paid $20 an hour. He's like, it's that's the lowest you can get paid or something, $20 an hour. I was like, damn, that means that explained a whole lot when I was there. Because like I told you guys before, when I went to, I couldn't understand why everybody was sitting out there at the little cafe getting like these little meals. They're all like, but the meals are like $5. They're not that expensive, but it's like little portions. So they would get 1, 2, or 3 portions, and it's like 10, 12, $13 on their plates, and everybody's just chilling, right? That's how people eat. So then one day I was sitting in, I don't know, Winterland, I think. But anyhow, on Tina Turner lives there. I can't remember the place. Anyhow, I'm at this place by the lake where Tina Turner lives. I'll just put it that way. And all of a sudden, I see restaurants. Because the other times in the city, in Zurich, I didn't see hardly any real restaurants. It was always these little shops. So I'm at the lake, and now all of a sudden I see restaurants. I go into restaurants. You guys heard me tell this story before, but we have new people. And I look on the menu, and I see a hamburger, and the hamburger was like $50. $58. I was like, no wonder I see people eating at these other little places. $58 for a hamburger is quite wild. So even though he's getting paid $20 an hour, the same thing was happening. The increase in prices, the 20 an hour is not really a good thing. So just saying, that's how it all goes down. Is SEC shutting down Robinhood? I don't know, Charlie. I haven't heard that rumor. Don't be talking that crazy. That is crazy. It could be. It could be the way, hey, their deals that they got, that insider trading deal with the GME, trading suspensions. No. There's nothing about Robinhood being suspended or anything. I just Googled. But that would be on top of the news if Robinhood was going to be suspended or shutting down Robinhood. That would be top news. I hope not. That'd be interesting because these guys are doing some other stuff. But that little thing with GameStop, man, you guys know how I feel about that. Vlad did us dirty. Curtis Davis will feel less when inflation pops. Yeah, exactly. That's what's going to happen. What's on a 58 hamburger? Exactly. Nothing. It was just a bun and lettuce, tomato, onion, or some nonsense. It wasn't anything. It's a joke. It wasn't even, that was the entree even. So I'm sure there might have been a side with it, but still $58. And that was the first actual restaurant that I went into and the only restaurant I went into. Because after I saw that ridiculous price, I was like, no wonder I see everybody sitting at these little cafes eating these little portions. There's no way you're going to be spending $60 for a hamburger. And you want to know what's funny? They had a McDonald's right off of the square. And so I had to go in McDonald's to see how much a hamburger at McDonald's costs. Because if it's $58 there, I was like, what's going on? I go in there. The combo meal was $9. So it was wild. So then I was like, well, why are people eating in there? Even though eating in there was a nice joint. But McDonald's was like $9 for a combo meal. It was funny. It was funny. It was real funny. Hate to supersize that burger. The little mom and pop shops will get crushed by the big guys, i.e. Walmarts of the world with the minimum wage, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. The rich are going to get richer. Unfortunate. But you just never know what's going to happen. Other than we kind of know what's going to happen. Any increase in wage increases the cost of providing the service. So there's that. Does not mean that you're going to be able to get higher revenues. So it might pinch. And so therefore, Victor Morell's assessment that it's going to pinch out the little guys is probably correct. Because a mom and pop's business, you can't pay people higher wages by $3, $4, $5 an hour. Because remember, most people don't realize that the FICA is split. An employer pays the other half of your FICA. So if you're getting paid, let's call it, what is 15 times 600? 600. And I don't know what the FICA would be, but let's just say the FICA for the employee is $75. Well, the employer is going to have to pay another $75 out of their pocket. So they're paying almost the whole damn thing. So they're paying $600, $675. So that means you have to increase prices, which now means you may not be competitive. And that now means whoever has a bigger place who now can sell more items across the board, they don't have to raise their prices as high. But if mom and pop's business isn't moving as much inventory as the bigger guys, they're going to have to raise their prices. Now you can't compete in the marketplace, which is why Walmart's getting bigger and Amazon's getting bigger. And that's all going to create Walmart and Amazon, which, by the way, I guess I should be getting Walmart and Amazon stock because they're just going to be bigger and bigger. Alibaba, Gino Chimiente's Argentine company. Meli, which is the Amazon of Latin America. Got to start thinking about putting some more money in there. So it's going to happen. On Eric's show, he speaks of the true value of money, i.e. real purchasing power. Exactly. We got to know what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to sugarcoat this. Don't think that you're making $50,000 a year and you're going to be good. How are you going to be good when all of a sudden prices increase 20%? You might not think that's a lot, but it's a lot. You might be able to handle 3%, 4%, 5%, but when it starts getting to double digits, something that used to cost $100 now costs you $120. Something that costs $200 now costs you $260. You're going to start thinking like, whoa, wait, what's going on here? And all for no reason. Meanwhile, your paycheck is staying the same. Your rent goes up another. If you own or rent, it goes up $200-$300 more. If you have an adjustable loan, you better not have an adjustable loan. You better refi right now and get yourself a fixed loan. All right? Nobody here should have an adjustable rate mortgage. You need to refi, get it fixed, because this is 2004, 5, 6 all over again. You're not going to be immune from inflation or any increase by the feds of the interest rate. All right. So you better get locked in. Refi, take out some profits, set the money somewhere so you have your duffel bag of cash ready to invest in a property that's going to be an investment, an asset that you're going to reap the rewards of money coming in. That's what you need to refi if you have an adjustable rate loan right now. All right. And anybody who actually has a home right now, you should be thinking about refining. Even, I mean, it could be now or in the next 5, 6 months, but all I'm trying to say is you better get this equity out while you can. Notice I'm not saying HELOC. All right. The reason why I'm not saying HELOC, just so everybody knows, home equity line of credit, is because if you get a home equity line of credit and you don't use it, and then the price of your home goes down, they'll revoke it. Okay. So that's the thing you have to, that's why I don't talk HELOC at this point. So what you want to do is you want to look at the refi numbers. If you can have the same interest, the same everything, I would take out some of this profit and let it sit on the sideline somewhere in a duffel bag of cash. Because if home prices or multifamily properties, somehow the values go down, you'll be able to snap something up. All right? Be like the big boys. Be like the top 10 percenters. Blessings up. Good night, SSN fam. Thank you so much, Charlie. We're about to wrap it up. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And everybody that's here, please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel, because we're going to have to wrap it up as well, as I said like 30 minutes ago. But we kept talking, and I got excited about the DR. And we're going to keep getting excited, especially if movie stars are going over there. And by the way, Victor Marrero, what newspaper are you talking about that you're getting that talked about Vin Diesel? Is it in just regular old newspapers, or was it in the DR newspaper? So just let me know before we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, please take advantage of freebies. Down below in the description, free $10 from Coinbase. It's down below. Free stock from Robinhood and Webull down below in the description. If you're trying to find the business credit, down below in the description, I have business credit links for NAV. It's free. And you put in your EIN number. It tracks your business. And actually, it tracks personal as well. And then you have other options where you can get Summa office supplies to start your net 30. Crown office supplies, net 30. Shirt seat, net 30. You have NAV. If you pay $39.99 or more, they report to your business credit. So you get all these things, start building up to get your credit, and it's not going to matter what your personal credit score is. I also have the other personal credits where we have the no qualifying, no hard inquiries with self-lender. All right, that's down below. With Credit Strong, that's down below. With Tomo credit card, that's down below. No hard inquiry, no credit check. That's what all these are about down below. Okay, improve your credit score. Even if you have bad credit, no problem. You guys heard that before. Okay, so we're almost going to wrap this up. Let's see. If you can refi and get cash out of the deal, do it. And have the cash ready to buy more property. Exactly, Victor Marrero. You guys, you got to start thinking about doing this now. Take advantage. This is what the top 10 percenters do. All right, this is what we do here. You want to be an emerging millionaire? This is what you have to do. Take advantage of the property while it's up. You're going to wish you did, because there's going to be property that's going to come up and you're going to say, man, I wish I would have had that extra $50,000 or 60 or 100 to do something. And it's going to present itself and you're going to slam your hands on the table and go, man, Eric told me back in May to do this. And now look at this. This property right here, this fourplex, I could have bought it for 125, 150, 200. And all I needed was 50 grand. Jeez. All right, don't be like that. We're giving you the warning right now. But by the way, Melanie Bonita's released a video on how Android can make money on Clubhouse. Oh, Melanie Bonita, thank you so much. I didn't know about the new Android way to make money on Clubhouse. Great, I'm going to have to check it out. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo, for that shout out for Miss 20 3 streams of income. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap this up. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why we talk about credit as assets. That's why we talk about real estate as assets. That's why we talk about precious metals, gold, silver, precious, copper, uranium. Whether you get it in stocks, whether you get the physical assets. We talk about assets. Start your own business, an asset. Brand yourself, an asset. Accumulate assets in 2021. All right? And with all that said, keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.